Will you please welcome Dame Helen Mirren?
This much is true, this much is true, I know this much is true. This much is true, this much is true, I know this much is true.
Thank you, Jonathan. How lovely.
This is bad. This is... You see, she's...
I'll give you an experience of sitting over there.
Well,
you know?
I don't
See
like
what
to...
it's like.
I don't like to be interviewed. I don't know how you put up with it.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I think you're getting all bossy like old Miley Big Boots back there. Blimey. She's a confident youngster, isn't she?
She's extremely talented. She's got the most wonderful singing voice, and as she said, I'm very jealous of that myself, as I can't sing a note.
You really can't sing at all?
I really, really can't sing at all. I mean, I've got no... I love music, I love listening to music, but I've got no, musical abilities whatsoever.
And do you sing for pleasure over at home, though? If you're alone, do you sing when you're pottering around and stuff?
I sing if I'm listening to music. I can kind of sing along with it, you know, just half a second behind. I can hit the note if I've just heard the note.
So it's
but
fresh.
my husband, who is very musical, just hates to hear me sing. He just... Anyway, so he shuts me up.
Well, he's lucky to have you, for a start.
Yeah, he is, but not when I sing.
Even if you're caterwauling, he should put up with it, I think. Now, you've worked together as a creative team on movies as well, of course. That's how you met.
We did,
many
yes.
years ago. And you've just finished a new movie together, not the one that's out now, but a new one that's coming out soon, haven't you?
Yes, absolutely. It's being finished at the moment, yeah.
And what's that film about?
It's about a brothel in Nevada in the 70s. It's a love story between three people. Joe Pesci is in it, and a wonderful new Spanish actor, and it's about the sort of three, love triangle.
And this is one of those the legal brothels that are outside of
one of
Nevada
the
and places.
legal brothels, based on the Mustang Ranch, the original Mustang Ranch. And we went there. I went there to do, research, because you have to do that, don't you? So Taylor said, we're going to the brothel for the night. And I said, read my lips, Taylor. He said, we'll go there about 5 o'clock, and we're going to stay until about 4 o'clock in the morning. And I said, I'm not going to spend 10 hours in a brothel. Read my lips. I'm just not going to do it, Taylor. He said, you are. You'll see it. It'll be fine. I felt incredibly awkward and embarrassed about it, and, but sort of peering at people. I don't have any moral thing about legal brothels. Actually, I think it's quite a good idea. But I just didn't want them to feel that I was kind of, pruriently watching
like a voyeur?
Like a voyeur or something, exactly. So I took a book with me to read. I thought I'd find a little quiet spot and read a book,
I find that helps in brothels.
But, they were so nice. They were so incredibly welcoming, everyone in the place, the girls, the madam, the owner of the brothel. They were just, honestly, genuinely lovely and professional about what they were doing. And also, it's a very girly space, and I like girls, I like women, I like spending time with women.
I guess there must be a strong bond between the women who work
Very
there.
much so.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of, infighting as well. You always get that with women, but it was a girly space, and I like that. And like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting at the bar, chatting to everyone, not wanting to leave.
Did any
all.
customers come in and say, you know what, I'll have half hour with the Queen? Do you get any of that?
No, the customers weren't the type of men who would have ever seen the Queen.
They weren't looking for royalty.
No, they would never have seen the movie. There was just no way.
It's not legal everywhere in America, or
No,
is it
no,
not?
very small pockets.
Okay, so it's little...
Very tiny little pockets. In fact, only in this small county in Nevada. It's not even legal in the whole of Nevada, just
But
in
having
one small
visited one
county.
and seen how it's on, do you think it would be good if it were legalised there, if it were legalised here? Because I know that often there are pressure groups pushing for that, and it does seem to make sense.
It does make sense to me, I have to say, because I think when it's illegal, it's the girls get so abused. I mean, I think the worst thing that's happening in our society, one of the worst things, is this human trafficking. And women at this moment here in London are in a state of slavery, where their passports have been taken away. Sometimes they're forced into addiction to drugs to keep them. This is happening in this city as we speak. And I think that is absolutely horrific and appalling, and I don't think it's pursued sufficiently. But in legal brothels, you know, the women, they are independent contractors. They're not beholden to anyone. They're not enslaved in any kind of way. They get proper medical care, and you know, they're much more, they're much safer in that environment, and certainly much safer than they are out on the streets.
And
as
it's,
well.
you know, if it's going to be happening anyway, then
Well, maybe. I mean, I think it's a very, I think there are very strong arguments for it, yeah.
And Alistair Darling would be happy because he'd be able to get a little bit of extra coming in away from that as well, wouldn't he? So, you know,
Yes, exactly. I was reading in the news today that actually prostitution is having a downturn like the rest of.
It's suffering from the credit crunch.
Suffering from the credit crunch, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Speaking of trouble, Russell Brand, you're working with in a movie to be out later this year.
Yeah.
The lovely Russell, The Tempest.
Yeah.
How did you find working with him? And are you aware that he talks about that experience on stage?
Unfortunately, you know, I didn't work with him enough. I only had one little scene with him. But I'll tell you something. Julie Taymor, who directed the film, and in the rehearsal, we had a rehearsal period beforehand. Russell's obviously never done Shakespeare before. So she wanted to get him into the, you know, just early understanding of
the rhythm of the words,
you know, what that sort of work's about. And she did a rehearsal with him and Alfred Molina, who's, as you know, is a brilliant actor. And both of them, Alfred and Julie, said that Russell did the most brilliant improvisation they have ever seen in their lives. They said it was the work of a genius. Wow. So, you know, Russell is a very, very brilliant guy.
I mean, he's going to be a huge star. I mean, he is already, but I think he'll be huge.
And incredibly sweet, kind. To me, he was, anyway. And he gave me his underpants. I don't know if you know that.
Can I just say, Helen, that's not a small club you're a member of there.
I'm not the only
No, I'm
one.
joking. It was a parting gift, wasn't it?
It was. He was just leaving, and I went up to him to say goodbye, and how much I loved working with him and everything. And he had this pile of books and stuff, and on the top were these bright yellow, canary yellow Y-fronts, you know, just disgusting. Not disgusting like horrible, but just like not aesthetically
Not a pair you would wear if you were given a choice.
Not a pair I would personally wear.
Yeah.
I said goodbye, and I said, can I have those, Russell, as a farewell gift? He said, yes, take them, Helen. So I've got his yellow underpants. I'm going to frame them, I think.
Can I say how upsetting I found that story? Because the number of times I've offered you pants, you never accepted a single pair of my pants. And I'll be honest, it hasn't gone unnoticed.
Well, it's because they weren't yellow and Y-fronts. They were boxer shorts, as you know.
They were clean. They came from a good place. OK. Miley Cyrus almost let me mention your movie earlier on, but now she's out of earshot. I think I'm allowed to. Is that right, Miley? Yes, Hannah Montana, the movie, out this week. But State of Play, the movie that's out now, it was, of course, a TV series first. I don't know whether you're aware of that. And Bill Nye, I believe,
I'm aware of that.
had your... But you'd seen that already. You were a fan of that.
I hadn't seen it because I was working away when it happened, so I didn't see it. But obviously, it was a huge success, and I'd heard a lot about Bill's performance. Those are very big boots to step into. You know, it was a highly recognised performance, and I was a bit extremely intimidated about, you know, trying to come up to as good a performance as he did. But obviously I'm not Bill, so it's a different sort of character.
It's a different character,
really, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
How was it working with Russell Crowe? Because some people, he seems to, not that he rubs them up the wrong way, but he's a very strong personality, let's put it that way. And I know some people find it a bit daunting.
He's an Antipodean. And he's a bloke, he's a geezer, but I think he's a bit of a top geezer, actually. I like him a lot.
I get the feeling you like geezers, you like blokes.
I like
to be
geezers,
blokes,
I like blokes, and I like the slightly bad boys too, you know. He was, I mean, I was right at the beginning of the film, and he was absolutely fantastic with me, and I loved working with him.
How did the film play? Are you...
Oh, yes, I
when
watched
you're watching
it.
do you think,
and I hate
okay, the
watching
audience
myself.
is...
I was sitting there like this, oh, God, you know, I look so awful. And,
You don't think you look
I
awful?
do, I think.
You look incredible. I interviewed you a year and a half ago, so I did a special with you, and you look firmer now than you did then. You look good at the time, but you've been doing Pilates or something, yoga, Tai Chi, something, boxing. What have you been doing? Karate? You've been doing something.
I know people
Stretching?
say...
Tennis?
I do one salute to the sun in the morning, and that's it, really. I'm incredibly lazy, and every morning I get up and think I really should go to do exercise, and I am about to start again because I'm doing a play, and you need to be a fit
Also, Helen, it's
But I'm
coming round for
incredibly lazy.
bikini season again, and we'll look out for a little bit of Mirren action when the bikinis are out. I misread that side. I thought she was coming in for... I was ready for the kiss. I got the Glasgow version. But that picture that must have been... Because that was a big story. You in the bikini, and you looked phenomenal. That's why everyone loved it. But it must have been strange to see that become a news story.
I did. It completely took me by surprise. And, I mean, I was with my husband in Italy, somewhere where there's absolutely no one. We climb over cactuses and through bushes and over rocks and, like, miles away from anyone. We put our little things down, go in the water. And I come out and I take a photograph of Taylor, as he's standing there. And he says, give me the camera, I'll take a photograph of you. And luckily, this is my good luck, I was posing for my husband, you know, holding my tummy in, posing for my husband. And just as he took the picture, I saw the flash of a lens. I thought I saw the flash of a lens way out on this hillside where there's nothing. No houses, no nothing. And I see this flash of a lens. And Taylor said it was really funny because he's taking my photo and I suddenly drop out of frame, you know, on the floor like this. And I'm flat on the rock going, I can't believe it, there's a photographer up there. And Taylor turns around, the guy immediately ducks behind a cactus or something. And he's gone. And I thought, oh, you honestly, Helen, you are a real tosser. You know, you're like imagining that people are following you around with cameras. I mean, honestly. So we kept looking. We didn't see him. We thought, oh, well, no, obviously, I was imagining it. And then 3 days later, that photo appeared. Oh, my God.
You know, I had to lie behind that rock for 4 days to get that shot. I had the worst cramp. No, but you look good, and I know no one wants to have their privacy invaded.
No, but I was very lucky. I got very lucky. They could have had a photo of me getting in the water, kind of like this, you know, from behind.
You know what? I'm sure we'd still have enjoyed that just as much.
Nearly so attractive.
But you know what? You look. I mean, you are a phenomenally beautiful woman. You always have been, but you seem to get more beautiful every year. I mean, really, you do. It's remarkable. I don't know what deal you made with someone years ago, and you're going to spend a lifetime in torment. But afterwards, wow, congratulations! It's and you are the kind of. Does that get tiresome at all? That people saying Helen Mirren so glamorous for her age, Helen Mirren looks so gorgeous. Obviously, to hear the opposite would be.
If they say Helen Mirren, I'm a bit pissed off.
She does look good, though. I don't know if you've seen her recently. But, no, because it's very rare you read about you without someone commenting on your looks. And of course
I know, it's become a bit of a hook sort of thing, and I don't know. You know what, I've been an actress since I was 21 years old. And not famous, but, you know, working and sort of in the public eye one way or the other. And you realise when you're in it a long time, and hopefully Miley will grow to understand this, it's like that. And sometimes, and that passes, everything passes, you know, so you just wait it out, really.
That's the one thing that doesn't change, is that everything will change.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw State of Play this week. I was blown away by it. You know, Russell can be good in movies, Russell Crowe. He can be great in movies. He's great, exceptional in this. Ben Affleck delivers a superb performance. And I know he's an actor, but I mean, really tremendous performance. The young woman, Rachel McAdams, who I'm not that familiar with, is also dynamite.
Also very good.
But
and Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman's great. He's very, but you're only on screen for probably 20 minutes or so, and I would say you steal every moment. You're up there.
Thank you.
Join me in saying thank you to the wonderful Helen Mirren.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. See you again. Yeah.
Well, I'll see you later, I hope.
Yeah,
Helen Mirren, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Well, that's a great dress as well.